Yeah, it's 2 weeks before the Super Eagles of Nigeria travel to Ghana to face the Black Stars in that titanic first leg clash for the Qatar 2022 World Cup playoff. Like I said, exactly 14 days. I welcome you to this countdown. My name is Oluwafemi Ashaolu, and today what gets our attention is we've been praying for the Super Eagles players not to get injured before that clash, and recently we had a scare on the person of our assistant captain. I'm talking about William Troost-Ekong. He had a minor injury. He missed the game for Watford against Arsenal over the weekend. Now he's back to training. But news coming from Watford is that Ekong still has a lot to do before getting back to full match fitness. And sources from the NFF said he's been past fit to face the Black Stars of Ghana. So that is the dilemma we are in right now. Kyle Dogundare is in the studio. And before we get to start the discussion, we've had wonderful feedback from you. We'd like to appreciate you. Please keep that coming. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. Kyle Dogundare, Ekong, you know, I remember one thing Joseph Dosu said is that we have to pray against injury because of what we experienced at the AFCON with Victor Osimhen. We knew how much we missed him. Ekong has been past fit by the Super Eagles, by the NFF, according to a source. But at Watford, doctors are saying he still has a lot to do to get full match fitness. And we are going into a very serious game. Kayode.
Who would you trust between the Watford medical staff and the NFF?
I'll trust God.
You trust God?
Yes.
Typical Nigerian. For me, I will take the word of the words. They might have ulterior motives for saying that, but I will take the words of the medical personnel at work.
But Kyle, I think it's not far-fetched. This is a guy who hasn't played since AFCON. That alone means he's match rusty and he gets injured.
So if I were the NFF, instead of grandstanding and saying is fit, is this, is that, why don't you look at possible alternatives? Who are the options that we have that could play? If it's fine, good. If it's not, who are the options? Don't forget that we can. Leon Balogun is just coming back from a long-term injury. You are talking about an Ekong who is also battling with these fitness injuries, and you are now talking about that's a recipe for disaster. If you ask,
he's mostly been out of action. He hasn't played a competitive game for Watford since AFCON.
Even if you were to be past fit today, you can come back from injury and be fit, but no match fit. You can be free of injury free.
Yeah,
no match
I see match rusty.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, rather than dwell on whether it's fit or not, I would rather be looking at alternatives. Who do we have there? We have a Kenneth Omero. Probably this is the time for Kenneth to really come into his own. Well, we have a Shemilogo Ajayi. We have what's the other guy's name? Chidozie Awaziem
just started playing for Alliance Sport. Okay.
Exactly. So these are our options that we have, and in the most dire circumstances, we have a Wilfred Ndidi who has actually played in central defense and
for Leicester.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he started his career as a
central defender.
So, because he has excelled in the midfield capacity, most people tend to overlook his ability as a central defender. So, I'm not sure I would really want to see Ndidi play in his preferred position in central midfield.
Because I was going to ask you, who are we going to draft in there?
In the midfield. But if we have to improvise, there is an option. Shemilogo Ajayi is an option. What's his name? Kenneth Omero is also an option. So I would rather take those than labor myself about whether it's good, it's fit enough or not. So for me, I think we should be focused.
Okay, Kayode, for me, I think the goalkeeper department, I've said it times and over again, I don't know if you can still remember, the goalkeeper department and the defense have been my worry as far as this Super Eagles is concerned. But here we are faced with, if we do not acknowledge it, we are faced with a crisis as far as I'm concerned. Because Balogun, like you said, he's been in and out with injury. Ekong, who played all our games at AFCON, here he is. He hasn't even played a game for Watford. Awaziem just started playing. He just played 2 games for Alliance Sport since AFCON. For me, I think it's a serious concern. For me, I think the only consolation I have is the recent performance of Maduka Okoye. Recently, I think all the criticism has really worked on himself. But I don't know what you think, Kanye.
International football is different from club football. In club football, you have a problem, you go out, you buy a player, you fix the problem. Everything is settled. In international football, you don't don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
You have to make do with what you have. What we have, Maduka Okoye, Francis Uzo, those are what we have. Those are what we have to swim or sink with. So I do not want to press the panic button in that department. And I remember saying something also for me the last time. I said, with all these panic attacks, the Super Eagles have not really, they are not that bad in defense. You see, they are a team that is difficult to beat. I challenged you the other day. I said, apart from the misadventure against Sierra Leone where we played 4-4, how many times have you seen us concede more than 2 goals in a game? At the AFCON, we played 4 games, we conceded only 2. That's 0.5 on average. So for me, I don't think we should be pressing the panic button yet.
Okay, quickly, let's read some comments before we go on the show. Like I said, please keep your comments coming, and most importantly, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, even share our videos. And Kyle, funny enough, we've been getting feedback from our Ghanaian brothers.
Yes.
And it's been very wonderful. Quickly, we'll read some of them. And this particular one said, Abasi channel, I don't know where you live, whether you're in Nigeria or you're in Ghana, but you've been following our program. And he said, you guys are always talking about Thomas Partey. He said there are very good midfielders like Daniel Kofi, Kere, Baba Idrisu, Alfred, Duncan.
Yes.
And again, this one said, this one, Gideon Kobe, is also Ghanaian. He said, I thought you guys said we don't have players. I sense fear now. Like I said, you guys should keep bragging. Kyle,
big ups to my Ghana people. I love you.
Yeah, they are your people. I remember they are your people.
I love them all. I think somewhere in my DNA.
Don't say half Ghanaian, half Nigerian, so that that case is settled.
There's Ghanaian. I have Ghanaian ancestry. If I am properly checked,
So are you supporting that? Let's know your position now. Who are you supporting? Nigeria, Ghana. Who are you supporting?
What teams?
I didn't hear that very well. Producer, I hope you are taking note.
Like I said, there's no fear anywhere. Whoever is going to represent Africa well at the World Cup, if Ghana gets to go to the World Cup, we support Ghana. If Nigeria gets to go to the World Cup, we support Nigeria. All I want is proper representation. I don't want anybody to just qualify and get beaten 5-0, 4-0, and now all the games that we have gained as Africans, we now lose them in just 1 or 2 games. So for me, I want these comments to keep coming. We don't see them as criticism. We see them as constructive criticism. It shows that you're following the program. And like I said, you see me sometimes on the street of Accra. Check for me. Maybe for security reasons, I should not mention where I will be in Accra whenever I come. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go to another one from African Zone. Say you guys don't really know how tactical Ghanaians are when it comes to soccer. Every single player of the Super Eagles is being served well. Wait till you see our lineup. We are the Ghana Black Stars.
Okay, we are waiting.
Okay, so so please keep your comments on, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Watch out tomorrow for our 13-day countdown before the first game of that clash at the Cape Coast Stadium. Kyle, once again, thank you for coming. And for our producer, all the way, we say thank you for putting our videos out there. Until tomorrow, have a wonderful time for yourself. My name is Olafemi Ashaolu.